Okay, finally. Now, 3 days ago, I did the Below Ice Mountain quest. I thought I was recording it as I was going through all this. As it turned out, the only thing that got recorded was the home page of my channel. Speaking of which, let me go and look at this thing to make sure it's showing up. Okay, yeah, there I am. Okay, all right, I'm there. Yeah, now I'm double checking because that's messed up. All right, so instead of recording my quest, I just have slightly over 2 hours of my homepage screen, and that's it. Along with the music that because I wasn't making any comments about it. I was just going through it. All right, now, yeah, that was 3 days ago, and I've been meaning to do this ever since, but there was always more information that occurred to me. So the last couple of streams I've done were preliminaries to this. So I'm not going to go through all the information you might find useful. Boy, I tell you what. Yeah, lots of rats in RuneScape. I'm not going to go through all the information you might find useful. If you want that stuff, look at the previous streams. I'm just going to be focusing on things just the essentials. I'm just going to be covering the essentials today and really going through it, not giving too much details. Just pointing out some of the things that I found somewhat confusing. So if you don't, I'm calling spoiler alert. Okay, if you want this thing to be a surprise as it's unfolding, don't look at this stream because I'm going to be pointing out everything that occurs to me. Okay, that being said, all right, the first thing I'm going to be referring to the old school RuneScape wiki information sheets. Of course, the Below Ice Mountain, they've got one for that. And it tells you what the requirements are. It gives you a run through and all that kind of stuff. Now, near the end of the quest, you are given the option of how you want to deal with it, because there is a level 25 monster that you're confronted with. Now, you can either pick away at some pillars and bring part of the structure down on it, or you can fight it. Now, I don't know if you are... I chose to fight, okay? But I've got a Mithril Warhammer, and... Hold on, let me get this thing up. And these are my stats, okay? So, I don't know what level you're at. I don't know what kind of weapon you use. And I don't know what kind of food you tend to stock up on. I used salmon. And let me tell you, I had a double click on that thing as I was fighting this thing. It's not a drawn out fight. It's relatively quick. But still, I only brought 10 salmon with me. I had a double click as I was fighting this thing. And I'm glad it didn't last any longer than it did, because I probably wouldn't have had enough food. But yeah, I brought 10 salmon. It was definitely enough. I did have to double click. So if you're just carrying around shrimp or chicken or whatever it is, that probably won't work. So I'm giving you the heads up now. You can try it. It may. I don't know. I don't know how you fight and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think I could have done it with something like shrimp or chicken or whatever. So yeah. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of pickaxes. Yeah, this is Lumbridge Castle. And I'm starting from here again because I'm not going to assume you already have all the equipment you need or you've got lots of coins or anything like that, okay? So when it's convenient, I'm going to pick up, just grab the item you might need. Okay, so we're at Lumbridge Castle. You want to go to the towers. This structure right here. Let me just get out here. Okay, I'll get out into the road so you really have a good idea of what I'm talking about. Oh, random event. Hold on. Okay, I'm pressing down on this character and dismissing it. Okay, that's how I deal with random events. Okay, you are in front of Lumbridge Castle. The structure before the steps, the structure you got to cross is the tower. Okay, that's where guards would be posted as sentries, and they could shoot arrows or throw stuff down at you. Okay, anyway, walk through the tower structure, and the steps, the doors to get in it are on the other side. Obviously, you don't want to expose that on the other side, right? Okay, so use either door, it doesn't matter. Okay, hold on. Go in there. Okay, if you choose to fight it, that's fine and dandy and everything. Oh, again, I'm always gonna mention this as I'm doing this. The ladders and the staircases in old school, you don't actually see the character climbing or walking. Okay, you just tap on the ladder or the staircase and you're there on the next level. When you get to the middle level, if you tap on the ladders or stairs, you're given the option of whether to go up and down. It's kind of confusing, so if you're new to RuneScape, yeah. Okay, we're going up. It's on the top of the tower, the pickaxes. Okay? So there's one right there. You take that. Yeah, there's another one. I don't know if you want to take it or not, whatever. I'm just going to point them out. Okay, yeah, you can go down the other side. That's all right. So we got the pickaxes. What else did I want to grab? Okay, that's the level 25 monster. Yeah, pickaxe. Okay. Now we can go and get the. We also need a knife for this quest, and bread and all that kind of stuff. But oh, what happened? I didn't open the door. All right. Okay, so just about everything can be found in Lumbridge Castle. All right, the lower level, the kitchen, that's where we're going now. And I'm not going to do much explaining. I'm just going to be grabbing the items. If you want an explanation, you can look at some of the previous streams. Okay. Okay, knives are tricky because they're so small that if you don't know it's really there, odds are you won't find it. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, you see it? Well, anyway, that's where the knife's at. Okay, where's the, yeah, we're gonna grab a few containers because we need it for the bread. So where's the, oh, it must be on the other side. Okay. So we got the knife. Yeah, we need that. I'm just going to get the bowl and the pot. I'm pretty sure there's a jug in here too. Yeah, I'm going to do a little explaining, just not much. Okay, just enough to. Okay, yeah. Now we need the a container that has water. Okay, because you're going to need water to make the bread. So I just picked. Okay, I've got everything. I got a jug and I got a bowl. Okay, you can use either one. A bucket will also hold water, but I'm not going to go downstairs for it. That's all we need. Let me double check my list here. Let's see. Got that. Got the knife. Yeah. Bowl, jug. All right. Yeah. All right. So in order to fill a container with water, you first have to tap on the container. Okay? If you tap on the water without tapping on the container, nothing's going to happen. All right? You can do that all day. Yeah. Tap on a container. Look at your inventory. I'm tapping on the bowl, right? Tap on some container and then tap the sink. Okay? Now the bowl has water in it. Do the same thing with the jug. Tap on the jug, tap on the sink. Now this, okay, you can't see it that closely, but I'll press on it and it says jug of water. All right. So now the jug and the bowl have water in it. That doesn't work with the pot. The pot you can only put dry things. As far as I can figure out, you can only put flour in there. See, you can, but it's not going to work. Tap on that. You see, it's still a pot. It's not a pot of water, right? Okay. So you can put water in a bowl, you can put water in a jug, and you can also put water in a bucket, but I'm not going to go downstairs for it because that's really all we need. All right. Now, this is a personal decision, what you decide to take on a quest with you. For me, the way I travel, well, I usually travel by canoe, but I'm not going to assume you're a level 12 in woodcutting because you need to be a level 12 in woodcutting to use a canoe. So I'm not going to assume that. So I'm not going to, get into that. But my checklist, as far as what I'd like to take with me, besides the required items, is an axe for the canoe, a tinder box, just in case I run out of food and have to cook something, coins, just in case I've forgotten something. Well, you never know. And of course, a food supply, because you might end up fighting and you dropping dead would only be a time waster. So you don't want to do that if you don't have to. Okay, and then of course the required items. So that's what I like to take. I take an axe, a tinderbox, coins, and food. So I'm going to go upstairs. The bank in Lumbridge Castle is on the top floor. Okay, so we'll just leave the kitchen and make our way to the top level. Okay, now we're in the middle level, so you'll get the option to go up or down. We're going up. Okay, here's the top level. Oh, if you're in a real hurry and when you take your tinderbox, you don't want to have to cut anything down, there are also logs you can pick up here on the top floor where the bank is. And they're right here. Okay, you got 4 bundles of logs, okay? But anyway, no, I usually don't carry logs with me. I just wanted to go ahead and whatever. I don't think I mentioned that in my previous streams. So, but anyway, let me get my quest checklist done. Okay, what did I say? I want. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm juggling too many bits of information right now. Okay, I want my axe, my tinderbox, coins, and food. Okay, axe. Yeah, I've got quite the collection. Take one of those. Tinderbox, coins, coins. I'm only going to take 50. That should be more than enough. Okay, 50 coins and food. Like I said, I like taking. Yeah, okay. Since I already know I'm going to be this quest, you're going to be confronted with. I don't want to take it. Well, whatever. I'll dump the logs if I have to. That's all right. Actually, I'm just going to deposit the. I just wanted to point that out. We don't need the logs. Okay. We got the axe, right? We don't need the logs. Okay, so I'm going to take my food supply. See, I usually only take 5, but I already knew because I did this reading, use the wiki, and I already knew I was going to be facing a level 25 monster. So I doubled up on my food. Okay, that's it. My axe, my tinderbox, coins, food, and we're going to get the required items as we go. All right, we don't need 2 of those. Pickaxe, knife. All right, I think that's it. Let me double check. Yeah, I try to keep it organized. I don't want to waste too much time. Okay, I got the pickaxe, coins, leather spoon, knife, pot, bowl, jug, filled with water. Okay, that's it. Now we're going back downstairs. Okay, like I said, I get around by using the canoes. But I'm not going to assume everyone has a level 12. Oh, did I go back upstairs? Man. So I'll leave the canoes alone. So I am walking I'm walking through this, okay? Or running through it. And I'll more or less explain it as I go. Okay, I am going to go to the windmill now to take care of the bread that you're required to have for this quest. And then I'm going to go, well, at that point, hold on. Yeah, then I'm going to cook it. I'm either going to use Juliet's house or Gertrude's house. That's in Brock. All right. So the route I'm going to take is not the quickest route, but it's, as I've stated on my previous streamer, it's the one that's easiest to explain. So the road in front of the Lumbridge Castle runs north-south, more or less. So you start out, when you get out of the castle, you're going to turn left. You're going to be going north. Okay, look at your compass here. Upper right corner, you're going north. All right, once you pass the sheep's pen, there's a bend in the road and you're going to end up going west. You're staying on the same road all the way through until you get to South Falador Farm. And at that point, you're going to go north. All right. That's the easiest path as far as explaining how to get there. Okay. So you're going north. Again, look at the compass, upper right-hand corner. So you can, it's pointing north, right? North is pointing to the top. Okay. So just in case you're not used to using the compass, we're going north. We're passing the sheep. There's a bend in the road. You're going to be going west. Just stay on that road. That's all I'm basically saying. Okay, we can run a little now. Okay, you're going to keep on going until you pass the chicken coop. Because that's where right here. You see, this is the chicken coop. All right. Now, down this road after the chicken coop is the windmill. But let's pick up some wheat. All right. Just tap on it. Okay, look at the inventory. Upper left corner. You got a bundle of wheat. All right, that's all you need. Then you go down this path to the windmill. Okay, and the ladder's the same as before. All right, you don't actually see the climb, you're just there. This is the middle level, up or down. We're going up to the top level. Okay, this is called the hopper. That bin or whatever, that thing you throw down all you have to do is tap it. Okay, you see the upper left corner again in the inventory? You see the bundle of hay. You tap it and the bundle of hay disappears. Bundle of wheat, excuse me. Okay, see now it's gone. After you tap that, you got to tap the lever that grinds it up. Okay, as soon as I find out where that lever is. Okay, it's on the other side. That's it. Now you go downstairs and you get your flour. It just grounded it up into flour. Okay, right there in the center, that's the flour. You tap on that and look at the pot in the inventory. At the moment, it's just a pot. You see a used pot kind of thing? All right. You tap on the flour and look at the pot again. Now it's pot of flour. Okay. So that's it. That's all you need to make the bread dough. Now, in order to make the bread dough, you can hit any of the containers that have water and then the pot of flour, or the other way around, the pot of flour and then any container that has water. It doesn't matter. Just tap on one of them and then tap on the other. And that pops up. You're asked what sort of dough do you wish to make. You press down on one and it says make bread dough. Press down on two and it'll say make pastry dough. Press down on three and it says make pizza base. Okay, we want number one, bread dough. So you just tap on that and look at your inventory. You got your bread dough. And you notice the pot now doesn't have flour anymore. It's back to being just a pot. And the bowl doesn't have any water anymore. It's back just to being a bowl. All right. So that's it. That's how you make bread dough. Okay, now we're going to make our way to Varrock because I'm not going to assume you've done the cook's assistant. If you've done the cook's assistant quest, you could go and use the stove in Lumbridge Castle kitchen. Otherwise, yeah, go on, just head up to Varrock and use one of the stoves there. A cooking range is how they refer to it. Okay, we're going to get back on the road. Again, we're going in the same direction. We were going north on the road when we came out of the castle. Then after we pass the sheep, the road turns and then you end up going west. So we're still going west. We're still on that same road. And we're going to keep on going down that way until we get to South Falador Farm. Okay, again, it may not be the shortest path, but it's the easiest to explain. Yeah, the shortest path, you're obviously going to cut through pastures and all that kind of stuff. But that can be kind of confusing if you're not familiar with it. So we'll just stick to the road for now. Okay, and this wall, okay, that's South, okay, no, we're not going that way. That's South Falador Farm. All right? Oh, hold on. Okay, so we're going west, and that's South Falador Farm. So we've reached that point. You basically run into a wall at that point. Okay? So at this, now we're going to go north. And we're going to keep on going north until we get to the barbarian village. Once we get to the barbarian village, we're going to cut through the village. That means we're going to be heading east. And as soon as you cross the bridge, that's Varrock. All right, where's the... I like getting the name. Oh, okay, there we go, the name. All right, that's Varrock. Okay, so what have we done? We came out of the castle, we went north, we passed the sheep and continued. There's a bend in the road, which means we end up going west. And we keep on going west until we run into this wall, which is the wall that's part of South Falador Farm. At that point, you just go north until you get to the barbarian village. And then you're going to cut through the village, you're going east. And that's it. Once you get across the bridge, that's Varrock. All right. So, excuse me. Okay. So again, we're going to go north. Look at the compass, upper right hand corner. You see we're going north? See the things pointing north? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So there are plenty of cooking ranges in Varrock. It's just the two that I mentioned. It's right on the road. I mean, odds are you've passed it quite a few times at this point. Maybe not, but it's right there. It's right on the main road as you enter or leave Varrock. But yeah, there are several cooking ranges in Varrock. And as far as I can see, you can use all of them. I think I've tested just about all of them. Okay, this is the barbarian village. Yeah, this is part of the quest, but let's just take care of the bread for now, okay? Because there's plenty of information. Too much information, really. Okay, so we're passing through the village now. We're going east. Look at your compass. You see? All right, we're going east. Okay, we're crossing the bridge. Now we are in Varrock. Now, again, there are 2 cooking ranges we're going to be passing. See these 2 buildings, right and left? Both of them have cooking ranges in them. Okay. If you use the map key, look under training. You see it starts with agility training, anvil, birdhouse sites, brewery, combat training, all that kind of stuff. Cooking range. Hit the cooking range. To me, that looks like a cooking pot. That's a picture of a smoke, but whatever. Look at all these things that light up. I mean, there are a lot of cooking ranges. But these 2 are the ones that you probably pass all the time. Okay, the one on top is Juliet's house. The one on the bottom is Gertrude's inn, or I don't know, boarding house, or whatever it's supposed to be. That's a members only quest, so I don't know the storyline behind that. Okay, those 2. Okay, we're going to go to the one on top first. I think I used it. Well, we're next to this one. Never mind. We'll do the one on the bottom, Gertrude's, just so you can see. Yeah, it's a private dwelling. You're probably going to have to walk right through one of the characters, but that's all right. You don't have to talk to anybody or anything. Just, yeah. Okay, so that's one range you can use. And the other one, yeah, I haven't found a cooking range anywhere in Vrock that you can't use, except the Cook's Guild. You have to be a level 32 in cooking, and you have to be wearing a chef's hat. Which, if you didn't save your chef's hat, if you manage to collect a couple of them, you're going to have to pay over 400 coins to buy at the Grand Exchange. Almost 500 coins. So if you have a chef's hat, don't throw it away. Okay, this is Juliet's house. If you've done that quest yet, I don't know. Oh, okay. I meant to do that slower. I keep on forgetting. When you only have one item that can be cooked and you tap a cooking range, it will automatically just cook it. I ended up burning my steak that way the other day. Now, if you have more than one item that can be cooked, it'll ask you, what do you want to cook? But if you only have one item, as soon as you tap that range, it'll cook it, whether you want it to or not. But yeah, that was it. You see, we don't have any more bread dough. It's now a loaf of bread. Okay. So what else? Okay, we need that. Okay, the other stuff that we need Again, if you are reading along using old RuneScape, old school RuneScape wiki, all these requirements should be listed. Items required: cooked meat, bread, knife, beer. Yeah, the cooked meat can be obtained during the quest. Beer can be obtained during the quest. Yeah, we're going to leave it like that. Again, you need 16 quest points before even starting this one. And they're not joking. I only had like 15 quest points when I first started. The first time I tried to start this quest. Yeah, they won't let you. You can tap on Willow all day long and she's just going to say, yo, what do you want? And that's about it. Okay, so now we are definitely ready. Now we have everything on the list that needs to be gotten now. So let me just quickly read through it. This again is the Below Ice Mountain Old School RuneScape Wiki. Below Ice Mountain is a free-to-play quest that revolves around aiding an archaeologist, Willow, who seeks to open an ancient set of doors leading into the western side of Ice Mountain. The player needs to assemble Willow's old team, which is capable of opening the doors and gaining entry to what lies beyond. Okay, now, details, start point. Willow on the path south of Ice Mountain. Okay, so now we're heading off to Ice Mountain. Okay, now we are currently in Varrock. We are going to get back on the road and go west. We're going to go through the barbarian village again. And then we are going to go north. And that's where Ice Mountain is. You see the little thing, the white kind of railing, pathway, whatever you want to call it? Well, I'll show you when we get there. Because, yeah, you can't just, well, I'll explain later. All right. Right now we're just going to go back through the barbarian village. Okay, what are we doing here? That was good. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go backtrack to the, yeah, I did try to do that on an open fire. No, it won't let you. Because until this point, that's the only kind of cooking I've ever done. Even using the Cook's Guild, like to grind stuff up or whatever, I never use the stove. Actually, I only went in there to get I think chocolate and cooked apples or something. Okay, let me move a little faster. Hold on. Okay, hold on. No, no, no. Let me. Okay, yep, yeah. All right. I misspoke. You don't take that pathway yet. Now, I'm not, I can't assume you've walked around mountains before in this thing. But, yeah, if you take a wrong turn or go the wrong way, it won't let you just climb the mountainside. Okay, your character's gonna end up walking all kinds of ways, and you're not even gonna understand where it's going. Now you can go down this way, or you can go down this way. Yeah, because if you miss that, you're going to be wasting a lot of time trying to figure out how to get to where you're supposed to be getting to. So as soon as you get out of Barbarian Village, you want to bear to the right, not to the left. All right? You stay on this side of this railing kind of thing, because you're going to be wasting all kinds of time trying to find how to find this so-called archaeologist. Okay, here we go. Now, I don't know what happens at this point. Hold on. Since I've already done the quest, I don't. She may not even show up, as a matter of fact. Oh, that's a good point. Hold on. Because the character should be around this point. Hold on, let me see. But that's for someone that hasn't started the quest yet. Someone that's not on the quest yet. Huh. Okay. Yeah, because that's where you meet up with. Yeah. Okay. Well, we passed it. Because Willow will be somewhere around here. But I've already done the quest. So she's probably not going to show up. Okay. But anyway, that's where you'll find Willow. You'll have a conversation with her, and she will tell you to go to Falador. Hold on. Where you're supposed to meet up with Burnt Off, Master of Explosives. Now that's what Willow tells you. But this wiki, old school RuneScape wiki, it tells you to talk to Checkall first, which, according to this thing, you can approach the characters in any order. Although Willow will tell you first go and find Burnt Off in Falamore, and then talk to Checkall, and then talk to, what was the other one? Marley or something? Yeah, Marley, or his cousin, to find out where you can find him. When you're looking at the old school RuneScape wiki, it'll tell you it doesn't matter what order you go as far as dealing with the different characters are concerned. And it actually tells you to go to the Barbarian Village first, so you can finish picking up the supplies you'll need. Because one of the supplies you'll need is beer. And beer is actually for Burnt Off. Because if you don't have beer, you're going to have to pay for a drink at the pub you're in. So let's pretend we just spoke to Willow, and she's going to tell you she's a real famous archaeologist, and she has to guard her site to make sure no other archaeologist steals her great discovery and all that good stuff. So you're running around trying to collect her old gang, and she'll tell you we had a falling out and everything, so whatever. Okay. So Old School Wiki will tell you take care of Chekhov, the strong man, first. This is another problem. When I was going through this, I couldn't find Chekhov because this thing says Chekhov can be found in the center of Barbarian Village. Okay, this is the center of Barbarian Village. No, hold on. You are not going to find Chekhov in here. Okay? You can wait around all day, you're not going to find him here. And because I've already done the quest and all that, or I can't really repeat it, but this character is actually going to be standing right about here. Okay? He's going to be doing this. Hold on. He's going to be doing that several times, as a matter of fact. This character does not have a shirt on, so he's like displaying all his muscles and all that kind of stuff, and just doing this all over the place. Yeah, that emote, that's what they call them. These little guys that make you dance around and do all this kind of stuff. Actually, that was, I think, one of the ones I tried to do because, yeah. Oh, headbanger, cute. All right. Anyway, I might as well mention this now. When you finish your training session, your instructor wants you to do that move, all right? To flex your muscles. And as a matter of fact, you are required to do that to end your training session. So you go to your emotes and you scroll down. This thing is unlocked once you get to that point of the quest, because you don't have access to that now. But when you get to this point of the quest, yeah, it'll unlock this, and you'll be able to. Oh, I don't know what that is. You'll be able to give Atlas your little flexing muscle thing. Okay, so Chekhov is going to be standing right about there. Okay, just off to the sides of where you see the entry flags and all that kind of stuff. But since I've already done the quest, yeah, he's not going to show up. Atlas, he's going to send you to the hall to find Atlas, which is this place. And we'll go ahead because that's where the meat and the beer is. Okay, after talking to Chekhov, which is the guy without the shirt, it kind of made it plain that Atlas is also the guy without a shirt. I mean, a lot of these things don't have shirts, but he's going to be the only one when you're sent back here that doesn't have a shirt on. So, actually, let me go and see if I can go ahead and tap on him, see what he tells me. Okay. So this is Atlas. This is the guy that's going to be training you. I mean, Chekhov is going to send you into the hall to find this guy, and this guy's it's going to start, you don't have to participate. All you have to do is look at it. Because after you respond to him 1 or 2 times, the training session begins. All right? You're not doing anything but watching it unfold in front of you. You're just a spectator at this point. You don't have to do anything. And yeah, there's even a rocky moment when you're jogging and whatever you jog. Well, I'm sorry, too much of a spoiler. Look, you'll find out. Okay, it's just this is the guy. This is Atlas. This is the other guy he sends you to. Well done, little one. You've proven your worth. Yeah. This is after again. Can I do it again? You're crazy. What? Why? Yeah. Okay. No, I don't want to do it again. All right. That's insane. Okay. We still need the beer and the meat. Okay. So that's it. Now we have everything that the quest requires. And we will pretend we have spoken to Tekal, who wants us to prove our worth before he agrees to join Willow to do this thing. And you have to go through the training thing with Atlas. All right. And then remember, when he tells you to flex your muscles, he's talking about that. All right. Just oh, you didn't get to good. Okay, let's do that again. Yeah, that ends your training session. Okay. So anyway, what else do we got here? All right. According to the list, the next one is burnt off. Okay, now we're going to go to Falador. And that's where I did most of my, I used the furnace over there to do just about all my smelting. Okay, where are we? All right. So we're going, well, that was messed up. Okay. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I was over there. Okay. Anyway, just not to confuse anybody, it's the same exit. Again, pretend you just came straight. If you just look at the bridge, go straight across. This is the exit you'll come out of on the other side of the village. All right, now to speak to Willow, again, you're going to bear to the right. All right, but we've already done that. To get to Falador, you're going to bear to the left. And you see that white wall? That's Falador. Okay, you are heading west, actually. So look at the compass. See, the compass is pointing north at the top. I'm going to change it to west. We're going to be going west. All right, we just came out of Barbarian Village. And yeah, that white wall. Yeah, that's Falador. We need to get to the entrance though. So you're just heading west and you just keep on heading west. And the opening is right up ahead. Yeah, these guards are something else. I hope you have practiced your fighting because you probably will get in a fight with one of them, if not two of them at the same time, because they crowd in around you. Like in Varrock, you can actually bump into one of the guards, and if you don't hit him again, he'll just keep on going. these people will crowd in around you until you have no choice but to you end up tapping on one of them, and yeah, so it's go time. So it's probably better if you know how to fight, but whatever. Oh, look at your running thing. I'm down to 7. That's not good because I didn't even bring my weapon. But yeah, I like having this. Now it's 9 as an option to be able to run. But yeah, just if you accidentally tap on one of these guys, your character will probably do a funny little side shuffle. And as long as you tap something else before you reach whoever you're supposed to attack, it's fine. I'll show you. Now tap something else before you reach him. Okay? That's it. So again, if you accidentally, oh hell, I don't get someone far enough. If you accidentally tap on someone, tap something else. Oh man. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Now I gotta run. And I can't run because I'm out of doohickeys. All right. But yeah, that's another thing. At a certain point, they won't come after you. So wait until the bar goes away. And you can come back and it's just like nothing happened. So again, if you accidentally tap on one of these guys, tap on something else. If it so happens that, like just what happened to me, it didn't quite work out the way you planned, yeah, go ahead and try to walk or run away. They won't go beyond a certain point. Now I've got enough food, so even if they do start throwing stuff at me, I can probably get away. Okay. Another thing I should mention, the way they describe these places. Okay, now this burnt off master of explosives, according to Wiki, it says Burkoff can be found in the Rising Sun Inn in Falador. Drunk as he is, he will ask the player for a drink. If you have not already picked up the beer from Barbarian Village, purchase one from the bartender and give it to Burntoff. Now right there, luckily it mentioned a bartender, okay? Because you will not find any place that says Rising Sun Inn. If you are looking at the map key, you won't find any inn, you won't find any hotel, you won't find any bed and breakfast, any boarding house, nothing like that. What you will find is a pub. So go to the shops or shopping, or okay, and go down to where it says pub under shopping. Okay, let's hit that. Now look what's lighting up. At this point, you've got one place in Falador, and then you see the one in Barbarian Village. That's just where you picked up the beer. Now that's fine and dandy, but when you get to Varrock, it gets a bit more confusing. So that's the only way I was able to figure out where this place was supposed to be. Okay, there is nothing that says, what is it supposed to be? Rising Sun Inn. There is nothing that says hotel, nothing that says bed and breakfast or boarding house, nothing. They do have pub though. And again, that's underneath shopping. So that's what you're looking for. And as it so happens, I've passed this place at least 100 times, going from the furnace, which is this place over here, to the bank, which is this place over there, because it's right, that building right there. Okay, let me see if there's a sign, what the sign says. Hold on. Actually, I didn't look, did I? Hold on, let me go out again. Oh, it's a picture of a rising sun. Oh, okay. Okay. So no, it doesn't say rising sun. You just see a picture of a rising sun. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Hold on. And let me see who I can find now. Now this guy is drunk and he's all over the place. You won't have to wonder too much where this burnt off person is. He's right there. Basically where I'm standing now. Well, hold on. Closer to there, I guess. I don't know. He's standing somewhere just about where I'm standing now. That's when you're on the quest. Let me see what this person, I think her name is, no, Tina's the bartender. I don't know. What can I get? Yeah. What else are you, no, I guess not. All right, never mind. Let's see if anyone mentions anything about the, no, I guess not. Okay, so if you're actually on the quest, you'll see burnt off standing or falling down just somewhere about there. Maybe there, but whatever. Okay, who else? Yeah, you go through the whole spiel of talking to him, and you play rock, scissors, whatever. Anyway, you end up getting him to agree to come along. Marley, okay. The Willow instructs the player to speak to Charlie the Tramp to find Marley's whereabouts. You can skip this conversation and directly reach Marley in the Edgeville ruins by the yew trees south of Edgeville Bank. Yeah, you could. We could do that now. Now, the first time I ran through this, I just went ahead and went back to Varrock. Um, by the way, Blue Moon Inn in Varrock also has a cooking range, which is where I was given instructions on how to prepare it. Yeah, because you're not given that information. I'm trying to remember what I did. I went ahead and went back to Varrock. I found the see, this is what happened to me when I went to Varrock. This was the problem I had. Let me just go ahead and show you. I went back to Varrock. Now, I was looking for some place called Blue Moon Inn, which is when I found out the whole thing that no, you can't. If you look in the map key, there is nothing to list any kind of inn or hotel or bed and breakfast or boarding house or nothing. But it did mention something about a drink. Okay, what is this? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read through this thing. Though Willow instructs the player to speak to Charlie the Tramp to find Marley's whereabouts, you can skip this conversation and directly reach Marley in the Edgeville ruins by the yew trees south of Edgeville Bank. He will want a steak sandwich from the Blue Moon Inn in order to help Willow. However, he was banned from the inn and the cook won't make him one. Won't make him another one. Thus, the player must go to the inn in his place. Speak to the cook in the east room of Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. Though he still refuses to make a steak sandwich due to Marley trying to steal from one of their patrons, he will tell the player the delicate art of creating a steak sandwich using a knife on cooked meat while having bread in your inventory. With the steak sandwich beautifully and masterfully created, return to Marley with it in your inventory. He will now agree to help Willow. Now, that's kind of confusing if I skip that part. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it. I'm going to go back to Varrock. I'm going to show you how to find the Blue Moon Inn. And then I'll go back to Ice Mountain. Because at this point, okay, we did the Barbarian Village thing already. All right. You could pretend you went through the training session. You did your little flexing muscle thing with your new unlocked emote. Remember, you have to scroll down. All right. It's not with the other ones that are already active. Let's assume you did that. You went to Falador. You spoke to the master of explosives, Burnt Off, and you did your rock paper scissor thing and convinced him to come along. Now you have to try to get to Marley, who kind of deactivates booby traps kind of thing. So you got to go to Varrock, or you don't. Again, you can skip that part according to this thing, but that's just makes things confusing. So I wanted to follow the storyline a little closer. So let's pretend you've done the paper scissor rock thing and you won that thing, or he figures you won it anyway. He's so drunk again he can't figure out what's going on. All right. So now we leave. We've just convinced Burnt Off in his drunken state to go ahead and rejoin Willow. Okay, again, watch out for these guys. Boy, I feel so much more comfortable when I have my weapon. This is where I first started leveling up on my attacks using these people because what a bunch of jerks. Okay, anyway. Yeah, but now that I'm have access to the Grand Exchange, I'm not going to go all the way over here to Falador just to level up in my attack. No, now I just stick to Varrock. But yeah, this is how I started my training, dealing with these guards here. Okay, so now we're going back to Varrock. We're heading back to the Barbarian Village. We're going to cut through there, and we're going to be in Varrock as soon as we cross over into the bridge. Okay, we can run. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't matter what side of these ruins you walk past. It's just it's more or less the same area. You'll just be slightly closer to the village, but it's the same thing because it's on this side. Okay, so we're back at the Barbarian Village. We're going to cut through the village again and cross the bridge. I'm not trying to tap into anyone. Again, if you accidentally tap someone and you didn't mean to, just tap something else before you reach them. And if that doesn't work, hopefully you can run. Okay, so we're back in Varrock. Now at this point, I broke out the map and I started looking for this Blue Moon Inn, which I couldn't find until I remembered they said something about, oh, what was said? Oh, no, this is the conversation I think I had with Burntoff, who says, don't waste time talking to the bartender, just talk to the cook or something. I don't know. Someone mentioned something about a bartender. I don't know if this is on the wiki page or one of the characters when I was going through the quest. But someone mentioned something about a bartender. So at this point, when I realized there's no listing for a hotel or inn or bread and breakfast, the only thing I found, or even restaurant, I don't think, but they do mention pub. This is the thing with the pubs in Varrock. Yeah, I didn't feel like running around, crossing back and forth between everything, trying to figure out which one I was looking for. So if you go back to your old school RuneScape wiki and you enter Blue Moon Inn in the search text box in the upper right hand corner, there is a page for Blue Moon Inn. And here's the first paragraph. The Blue Moon Inn is the tavern and inn in South Central Varrock. Right there. The first sentence tells you which one you're looking for. South Central Varrock. So it's the one down there. You see three things lighting up, right? One on top and two on the bottom. The one on the left, one of the ones on the bottom on the left, that's the one you're looking for. All right? The first sentence tells you that. The Blue Moon Inn is the tavern and inn in South Central Varrock. So that's where we're going. Okay, let me do that again. I'm pretty sure I remember how to get there, but okay. Yeah, I'm going to go to the city center, and then I'm just going to turn right. Yeah. Okay, so the city center, if you've ever been in Varrock, you just stay on this road until you get to a fountain. And that's going to be the city square or city center or whatever the heck. That's Juliet and Gertrude's place. Keep on going. We pass the bank. Keep on going. And again, this is this place over here. This is the master smithing tutor. He'll give you a free hammer if you start talking to him. But it's the anvils. If I hadn't mentioned this before. You've got 3 anvils. You can use any one of them. One there, and one over there. Okay? So, yeah. And again, if you start talking to this guy, yeah, he'll give you a free hammer if you need, if you don't have one on you. Okay, anyway, let's keep on going. Okay, this is the city center, and we're going to turn right down this road. We're heading in a southern direction, right? That's the general store. Sorry. Let me go ahead and point that out. That's the general store. That's the clothing store. Yeah, whatever. And here we are. See the sign? That's Blue Moon Inn. Yeah, so if you don't want to use Juliet's house or Gertrude's house or boarding house or whatever it is, you can come here to the Blue Moon Inn and go to the back. And use the, hold on, let me make sure I've got nothing that's going to burn. Well, it could end up burning my bread. Okay. And there's also a pot here. You could take that. Okay, the cook is the guy that's going to tell you how to make the steak sandwich. Was it this guy? Yeah. What do you want? I'm busy. Can you sell me any food? Can you give me any free food? I don't want anything from this hall. Okay. Yeah, when you're on the quest, you have. Actually, I don't want anything from this horrible kitchen. That is an option that does pop up. But another option that pops up is something that follows the dialogue of the quest, which I'm not getting now since I've already completed it, and yeah. But in the quest, you can have a conversation about Marley and steak sandwiches, and he will tell you all about the delicate art of making steak sandwiches, which I will, once again, I did this in the previous stream, but I'll go ahead and do this here. In order to make a steak sandwich, you have to have, like the wiki information sheet says, you have to have bread in your inventory. If you do not have bread in your inventory, it's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to drop the bread just to show you. Okay, drop bread. No. This character is a thief, and I hope he doesn't steal my bread. Okay, I'm going to drop the bread. Oh, I wonder if one of these dang things will steal it. Okay, good. I just happen to know that thing's a thief, and I don't know what the other thing is. Okay, so I dropped the bread. I do not have bread in my inventory. Now I'm going to tap the knife, and I'm going to tap the steak. I guess it doesn't matter what order I do it, but the knife, steak, nothing happens. Oh, and I just ate the steak. I don't believe I just did that. I have lost so many chocolate bars doing that, boys and girls, it's not even funny. But that's not the kind of accident I wanted to have. See, this is why I usually get 2 steaks. I've just gotten so cocky now that I've been through this so many times, it didn't occur to me that that would actually happen. I just scared the heck out of myself. I thought I'd eaten the bread too. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you how to make a steak sandwich later on. Let's see, where are we going now? Okay, we find the Blue Moon Inn, we talk to the cook, he tells you how to make a steak sandwich. You have to have bread in your inventory for it to work. You tap the knife and then you tap the meat. And if you have bread in your inventory, it makes a steak sandwich. But we'll get back to that later. Yeah. See, the first time I used a knife on a food item is when I was trying to make chocolate dust. And that's what I did with the chocolate bar the first time I tried to make chocolate dust. I tapped the chocolate before I tapped the knife. And yeah, by default, if you tap on a food item, you eat it. Which is why every time I deal with chocolate, I never just tap it. I press down on it and then tap use chocolate. I haven't gotten into that habit with meat. I guess I should have, because that's just what happens now. All right. Oh, I completely messed with. Okay, you're just gonna have to pretend I didn't do that, and be careful when you trying to cut food because that's what happens when you don't remember that can happen. So I still have to make the steak sandwich. I'll do that later. I've spoken to the cook. He tells me how to make the sandwich. I make the sandwich. Okay, that's why. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I was in such a hurry to do that. That's not following the storyline. The storyline was to talk to Charlie, right? Okay. Luckily, Charlie is right here. Hold on. Right there. Spare some change. All right. Who are you? Sorry, I haven't got any. Go get a job. Okay, here you go. Is there anything down this alleyway? Okay. Now, when you're on the quest, you do have a couple of more options. You obviously have the option that leads to the conversation you're supposed to have with this guy. You ask him, oh, who are you, or whatever it is. No, so he doesn't go into all this. Okay. Um, when you're on the quest, the dialogue more or less follows. I'm looking for your cousin, or who are you? I'm looking for your cousin, or are you Charlie, or whatever. This guy tells you to go to Edgeville to find Marley. When you speak to Marley, he's the one that tells you, don't bother talking to the bartender, just talk to the cook. Okay? That's how I figured out I should be looking under pubs instead of hotels. All right. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember how the quest went. I went to Falador. I spoke to Burnoff, who was plastered. We do paper rock scissor thing. More or less, he figures he thinks I won. He tells me to go and talk to this guy, Charlie, in order to find Marley. Charlie tells me to go to Edgeville. And once I talk to Marley in Edgeville, he sends me back over here to this restaurant, to this in. And I talk to the cook and he tells me, no, I'm not making a steak for that guy, forget about it. But if you really want to make him a steak, then he tells you how to make the steak sandwich. All right, so that's how the storyline goes. So let's just figure I came in here. It actually tells you to use the south entrance. I think something tells you to use the south entrance. The south entrance is the south entrance is obviously in the south. So look at your compass and yeah, oh, okay. Watch out for these guys. These are the druids. Okay, so be careful. Don't get too close because they will start throwing stuff at you. As a matter of fact, I keep on forgetting I don't have a weapon. Yeah, watch out about going in the south entrance. Don't deal with get too close to the druids because, yeah, dying is a time waster. Don't bother with it. So that's the south entrance. Okay. Now, when I did this quest, I probably took the canoe because this is next to the Champions Guild thing, canoe station. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to confuse anybody. But if you don't want to use the south entrance, don't bother with the south entrance. You're probably safer using the regular Barbarian Village entrance anyway. Okay, that's the blue moon inn thing. Yeah, that guy that keeps on wandering the thing is Romeo. Never mind about him. Okay, so we are going back to what I consider the regular entrance way. Okay, because we are going to Edgeville now. That's Edgeville. It's just north of the Barbarian Village. Okay, so cross the bridge and then go north. And you should run into Edgeville. Yeah, this is where I do my fishing now. It's great. There's always a fire right there, so you don't even have to bring your tinderbox. Oh, this guy's a do-it-yourselfer. Yeah, this is the fire that's usually there. This guy just started his own. Okay. Anyway, we're going north. We crossed over the bridge and this is it. Okay. Yeah, it's right next to it. It's not far. Now, Marley will be right here when you're doing the quest. Yeah, you just let your character go to it. I mean, you'll see it. He's got red hair, so it's kind of obvious. No, he's going to be standing around there. You see this tree? Yeah. Don't worry, you can't chop down that tree, as I found out yesterday, unless you've got like a level, what was it? Level 60 in wood cutting or something like that. So, yeah. Anyway, Marley will be standing just about where I'm standing now. Okay? So, yeah. Then you have this conversation, and he tells you, oh, it's been a long time since I've had a hot meal and all that kind of stuff. And you offer to get him some food. He says, wait a minute, I don't want just anything. I want a steak sandwich. Okay? So that's when he sends you to the. Remember, you just came from speaking, if you followed the storyline, you just came from speaking to his cousin, Charlie. So you're basically going back to exactly the same place. So if you do want to go ahead and skip talking to Charlie, it makes sense because you're basically going to the Blue Moon Inn 2 times because he's right there, right across the street. But your choice. I more or less followed the storyline because there was a lot of information going around and I just found it easier to do it that way. Okay, but we still have the steak sandwich ordeal to get through. And then, assuming we've come back with the steak sandwich, we've delivered it to Marley, and now he agrees to join the old group and meet Willow back at the Ice Mountain. All right, so that's where the storyline is going. But I still have to show you how to make that steak sandwich, and that was actually a perfect example. I didn't mean for this to be this informative, but what the hey. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I kept on doing that with the chocolate bars. Trying to make chocolate dust out of it. Uh, for the most part, it doesn't matter if you hit the food item or the knife first. But if you're going to hit the food item first, you got to press down on the food item so you can select use instead of eat. All right? Because by default, if you tap on a food item, you're going to eat it. All right? So, and that may or may not have been your intention. So that could be really irritating. All right, I don't want you to get lost, so I'm going to go straight to this, use the same landmarks I always use. All right, which is the bridge that connects Barbarian Village and Varrock. Okay? Okay, so now I need more meat. And I will try not to eat it this time. When you enter this thing, again, you got to turn to your right to get to the hall where the beer and the meat is. All right. Oh, heck. And again, if you accidentally tap on someone, just tap on something else before you reach it. Okay. Okay. Okay, what do I got? Yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and take the other meat too. All right. Okay, let me get out of this crowded area. I'm just going from this one. All right. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to accidentally bump into anything. All right. So look at your inventory. We're going to go ahead and do the meat thing here. Now, technically, it does not matter if you hit the meat first or the knife first. But if you go for the meat first, press down. Do not just tap it. Because by default, if you just tap on a food item, you end up eating the food item, whether that was your intention or not. And you select Use Cooked Meat. See how it lights up? Okay. Now I can tap on the knife, and with bread being in my inventory, it'll make the sandwich. Now, if I choose to tap on the knife first, now I can hit the meat, and I will not eat the meat, okay? Oh, but I didn't want to do it like that. Hold on. I wanted to show you that bread has to be in your inventory. Okay. I dropped the bread. It's not in my inventory. So I press down on the meat and select Used Cooked Meat. And now I tap on the knife. Nothing happens. All right. Or I can tap on the knife and then just tap on the meat. Again, nothing happens. If I pick up the bread, okay. Now look at the inventory. The bread is just underneath the pot, the empty pot, left corner, left upper corner. Okay, so now the bread's in my inventory. I can do that again, either by tapping the knife and then just tapping the meat, or by pressing down on the meat so I don't eat it, and selecting Use Cooked Meat, and then hitting the knife. Okay. That's the first time I saw it played out like that. Now, instead of the loaf of bread, well, the meat's gone. And instead of the loaf of bread, which is also gone, I have my steak sandwich. Okay? So that's how you make a steak sandwich. All right. So we went to Falador. We spoke with the guy that blows stuff up. We played rock, paper, scissors. He assumes I won. He tells me to go to Charlie in Varrock to find out where to find Marley. I talk to Charlie. He sends me to Edgeville. I go to Edgeville. Marley says, I don't want to work with Willow, but what the hey? Bring me a steak sandwich and I'll fine, whatever kind of thing. So you go back to, or you go to the Blue Moon Inn, you talk to the cook, and he tells you how to make the sandwich. You make the sandwich, you go back to Marley, you give him the sandwich, and then he agrees to rejoin Willow's gang. All right, so now everybody is accounted for. Now you got everybody agreed to do all that kind of stuff. So now we have to get back to Ice Mountain. Okay, so if we followed the storyline, we would just have given Marley the sandwich. Again, Edgeville is just north. And Marley was right there next to all the tree thing. So after you finish talking to Marley, you give him the sandwich, you're going south. Okay. Now this is where, actually, no. Because you see these brackets? Okay, this is Ice Mountain. Now you see the little brackets between Ice Mountain and the monastery? That's like a little bridge, okay? Passover. You got to walk over there. I wasted so much time trying to get back to the west side of this thing. Mountain ranges can be tricky if you don't know which way to go, because it won't let you just climb the mountain, like I said. You have to go through the right path, or your character just refuses to move, or moves all over the place. It's just, yeah, I wasted a lot of time. This little land bridge thing is what you got to go across. Now, if you've just spoken to Marley in Edgeville, you're actually going to go west. Okay? And you're going to cross this little land bridge thing. And I don't know how my character went to the north, went around that way. And I suppose it made sense because the west side, it's actually the northwest side that you meet up with everybody. So after you finish talking to Marley in Edgeville and give him the steak sandwich, you're going to go west, past the monastery. You're going to go over that little land bridge thing, and you're going to go north and around the top part of the ice mountain, because the entranceway, you'll see them at a distance, a cluster of characters. The entranceway is not so much west as northwest. So let's pass them. Let's go west, past the monastery, and over this land bridge thing. Okay. Well, we'll pretend let's go back to Edgeville. And pretend we just finished speaking to Marley. He just finished his steak sandwich. And, okay, hold on. No, I'll let the character figure out where they're going. Just because you see, they deal with the terrain however they need to deal with the terrain. Okay, so here we are, just coming out of Edgeville. And we have to go west. And again, get to that little land bridge. And then go north around the thing. So we're going west. I'm going to turn around this. Okay, so this is going to be west. Just so. Okay, now you see the problem, right? The terrain is all over the place and it may not be obvious to you how to proceed. So just tap more or less where you want to go and let your character kind of get there any way they have to get there. All right. So that's probably the land bridge we're talking about. Okay? Yeah, that's probably the monastery. Okay, to double check before you cross over, go ahead and check the map. Yes. Okay, you're going to cross over here. Then you're going to go north around the north part of the ice mountain because the entranceway is northwest, really, not west. Okay. And yeah, now we're going to go around this way. Oh gosh, hold on. Well, that'll stink if I end up. Let's run. Yeah, it's important that you know how to run, okay? So that little boot, upper right corner, that now says 91, 92 next to it. Yeah. You want to know how to press that in a hurry, okay? And if you're walking into an unknown territory, you don't want it to be on 0. So, yeah. Don't use it too willy-nilly if you don't know what you're getting into. Okay, so we got to the north part. We went through the north part, or ran through it, I should say. Now we are going to be looking, okay, because there we are. Now in the quest, during the quest, it's not open like that, obviously. And you see just a cluster of characters there. All right. So, yeah. So then the whole thing starts. You're talking to them. Yeah. You find out that she's not actually an archaeologist. She's actually, well, okay. I don't need to get into all that. Go through the quest. I don't want to be that much of a spoiler alert, but this is where you end up coming burnt off, blows the thing up, and whatever. Then Marley goes in there and starts disarming. Oh, excuse me. This is the first time I've been here since the end of the quest, so I really don't know what to expect. Okay. Anyway, all right. But you don't really have to know anything because it's the other characters that are moving around and doing stuff. Now I already went in there expecting to fight this thing. I couldn't tell you about what pillars you're supposed to take your pickaxe and start chopping away at. I didn't do it like that. Again, these are my stats. And I had about, well, I had my salmon with me, right? 10. And I had to double tap this thing as I was fighting the level 25 monster. And at the end of it, a dwarf appears from here, and you get into a discussion with him. Okay, now he's supposed to be just north of this spot. and you go north. After you have your initial discussion with him, he tells you that his workshop is just north of that spot, so this is why you're going north. Okay, this is, I guess this is him. Yeah, there we go. Hello again. Okay, I don't want to give too much away, but this is the guy you talk to. And he gives you all kinds of information. All right. Again, he'll tell you how to get to that workshop area. Just go north of where you were. So to get back out, just go south. Look at the compass again. Okay, let's turn it around so we're going south. Okay, if you can turn it around that way. All right, no, I don't know where I'm going. Hold on. No. There we go. So just go south. Okay, so yeah, so that was it. So that's the thing. Just again, I just wanted to run through it. I went through so much just to get to the point of prepping for this thing. And like I said, the first time I tried to start this quest, after doing all the prep work, I realized I don't even have enough points, quest points to start it. You need 16 just to start this quest. And yeah, yeah, I went through a lot just to get to through this thing. So that kind of burned when I tried to record this, and I ended up only recording the thing for 2 hours. Yeah. And it took me 3 days to get to the point I could run through it again. But yeah, that's about it. Um, I hope you found some of this information useful. I'm sure I forgot to mention a few things. I can look at my notes. But there's so much information. I'm pretty sure I must have forgotten something. Before signing off, I'm just going to go quickly. Okay, small bridge to get to it. Yeah, that's the land bridge thing. And go north to get to the west side of Mountain when returning. Yes. Okay, I did all that. Okay, the meat, the beer. Yeah, don't accidentally eat the meat. Okay, what else? You got drilling, good shroud. That's the cooking range. Got the bread, knife, coins, pickaxe. Yeah. All right. I think I covered everything. All right. I hope you found some of this stuff useful. I'm just happy I finally just was able to get through this run through again, or whatever. Exhausting to get to this point. Hope you learned something. Hope it was useful. Thanks for watching and take care. Have a good one.